Once upon a time, millions of people eagerly awaited his videos, but having one of YouTube's most loyal communities doesn't always mean lasting success. Nas Daily was once shining at the top of the content world, but then everything changed in an instant. His videos in which he tried to explain his perspective on past controversies did not, as expected, clear his name. On the contrary, it took him to a completely different place. From Israel to crypto to the Philippines, he wanted to explain every incident he was involved in on YouTube. But the result was the opposite of what he thought. Instead of subsiding, the wave of hate grew exponentially, and the last shreds of credibility in the YouTube community disappeared. How do you think Nas Daily got to this point?
And I agree with those opinions.
You push the climate change agenda, you push a lot of these agendas, these woke agendas, but here, what's
But
the
my
carbon?
friend, we've done more for climate change than you have.
Here? What have you done?
We've done.
How did you get here?
We've done more for
How
climate change
did
than
you
you
get
have.
here? How did you get here?
Okay, see you later.
Nas, how did you get here?
It all started with a video series he started on Facebook. Nas Daily decided to shoot just a 1-minute video every day as he traveled around the world. That's what I'm gonna do once a day, 1-minute video, that's it. And he did it. From New York to Egypt, from Kenya to Ethiopia, he traveled to multiple countries, talking to the camera everywhere. The video series continued for thousands of days, and by January 2019, he had more than 12 million followers on Facebook. But Nas Daily didn't stop there. He moved to YouTube, where he started making longer, in-depth videos. He touched on every topic that could affect his viewers. He introduced people he called real-life Tarzan, talked about the effects of depression, described the hardships of life in North Korea. He was producing stunning, emotive content and getting millions of views. He quickly climbed the ladder of success. He reached more than 13 million subscribers on YouTube, and his videos have been viewed billions of times around the world. But no summit lasts forever. From 2021, things started to go wrong for Nas Daily. He became the center of one controversy after another. It was alleged to be racist against the Filipino people, promoting crypto billionaires on its platform, opening up space for scammers. His statements on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict made it seem as if he sympathized with both sides. But in fact, he didn't care about any of them. In one of his videos, he was even thought to have disrespected Muslims and the teachings of Islam by saying, "I studied Islam for a month and lost all my hair." And the consequences of this controversy have been severe. His videos, which once had millions of views, now barely exceeded 100,000 views.
Interesting. So sometimes the characters that are in your video are actually paid sponsorships.
Sometimes, yes.
Do you say that in the video?
So it's actually like less than 3% of the content. And we do not say that because, well, one, in the post, it's when we say thank you to XYZ, blah, blah, for making this possible. Two, it's like we don't live in America, so you don't actually have to say it.
Oh, different rules. But do you travel like everywhere to film those?
Nas Daily, once a YouTube favorite, was seen as an inspirational character. Those who watched him thought that his videos radiated a light of goodness. Today, however, the opposite is the case. Underneath his videos, there were now allegations of narcissism. While people expected an apology from him, he brushed off the backlash by talking about how much he loved making videos about the Philippines. But this enraged his followers even more. There were harsh comments like, "You talk like we owe you, and if you know you made a mistake, why don't you apologize?" Finally, on December 19th, 2024, he uploaded a video addressing the controversy, but people were disappointed again. The number of dislikes was 10 times the number of likes. Nas Daily, which had once attracted millions, had now completely shattered its former trust. So instead of offering a genuine apology, Nas Daily made it clear from the beginning of the video that his mistakes were a display of selfish ego. He framed the criticism against him as a major crisis on YouTube and dismissed all accusations, saying, "Nobody talks about this, but I have to talk about it." He then made it sound as if anyone who questioned his success was malicious. The belief that everyone who achieves success is somehow evil led Nas to describe himself as a weak person. Yes, he said he worked hard and built a successful company as a millionaire businessman, but while his followers expected an apology, he preferred to praise his fame and fortune. "I went from a weakling to a hero," he said, presenting himself as a hero. But in reality, declaring himself a hero was only an attempt attempt to exonerate himself. At the end of the video, he continued to reinforce his hero image. It doesn't matter that he made high-quality videos, because it is a very strange approach for a YouTuber to heroize only his own story. Nas didn't even realize this. He just tried to create a figure by ignoring himself and his mistakes. Nas Daily reveals the depths of his narcissism and uncontrolled ego. Viewers were happy to give him a reality check in the comments. There was a lot of criticism questioning whether he really believed his claims that he stopped uploading videos and considered himself a hero. Even Superman didn't identify as a hero, but Nas didn't hold back from constantly describing himself as a weak hero. But this video gets even more interesting because after this introduction, his responses to his critics were just as bad. During the 7 minutes and 42 seconds that Nas described himself as an underdog hero, he also addressed allegations that he has ties to the Israeli government. Finally, he came to one of his biggest controversies, the abuse of Wang Od. In July, Nas shared a video about Wang Od, the world's oldest tattoo artist. This video is normally an ordinary content, but it caused a huge controversy.
Actually, the situation now could not be better. And I'm actually being very honest about this. We went to the tribe and we are now collaborating with NCIB.
Okay.
And Wang Od loves us.
Did you and Wang Od ever have beef?
No,
You and Wang Od?
Never. She's never. It's been about members of the tribe.
Members of the tribe, yeah.
But Wang Od herself is amazing.
Okay, I'm trying to, I really want to be objective, and I want to think of like what the other side or people who try and get angry would say, and they would.
Nas Daily stated that they flew all the way to the desolate wilderness of the Philippines and convinced Wang Od to teach at the NZ Academy. Only later did we learn that Nas did not give Wang Od permission to publish his work as a course in his online academy. He then tried to brush off the whole controversy by saying Wang Od's relative was jealous. But there were a few important questions to ponder here. If this is true, why doesn't the person actually working explain why false information was spread and why he sent his team back to the Philippines? And if the whole thing was a lie from start to finish, why didn't he try to sort it out immediately afterwards? And then a Filipino woman named Louise Malo came forward with more serious accusations against Nas. Louise had started the Coco Project, a non-profit organization that aims to fight deforestation. Louise said she introduced Nas to the project, filmed it, but ultimately didn't release the video because she didn't think it would get views. But the real problem arose in Louise's second accusation against Nas. According to Louise, Nas allegedly made racist comments about Filipinos while filming the video. But does Nas Daily really have such bad intentions? Or is he being targeted as a victim of social media rumors? It's really very confusing because Nas Daily's large following chooses to trust him. He seems to be trying to present himself as a very neutral and peaceful person in an effort to correct his own negative comments on the interwebs. How will Nas Daily proceed after the controversies and tensions with its audience? Will he admit his past mistakes and make a real transformation? Or will these tensions escalate and he will lose his image completely? Will his viewers now look at Nas as a hero or a rising villain? With all these questions, will Nas be able to regain the trust of his viewers? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section, and if you want to see more content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel.